Okay, Cindy Gamrat. I hope I didn't pronounce that wrong. Gamrat.
Yeah. Hi. Thank you so much for allowing us to speak. I'm excited about tonight because I think this is what it's all about, communication. And I don't want to repeat what the others said, and you've all got my 3-page letter and my concerns, and I don't want to repeat that, so I'll just add to it. And I guess part of how we feel about this LOIT tax is based upon our assumptions of what we feel the purpose of our government to be. As someone from a conservative standpoint, I feel that it's, government is supposed to be lean and efficient and not bloated. And I think when it gets to hard times like we're all feeling now, if we're living beyond our means, it only takes a few things to kind of go wrong, and everyone's running around with like a chicken with their head cut off. And I think many times our governments have become so bloated, and we're starting to feel that now. So I would encourage us to try to get back to a lean and efficient government, just focusing on the things that, not the things that we can do for ourselves, but the things that we can't do for ourselves. So that's just my general underlying beliefs about government. But more specifically, a few of them talked about not being convinced that our city and county councils are doing the best job that they can and using our money wisely. And I would say I have to agree with that. And I'm going to give an example, and that's because I got to talk a little bit this week to my representative, Pam Upside, and we got to speak in depth about CLGF stuff and all kinds of things. And she expressed how bad the city's hurting right now, and I respect that. I think we all respect that because we're all in the same place and we're all hurting. But at the same time, I know that there's ideas that have been given to the city from the citizens that haven't been considered, haven't been implemented. And I feel as citizens, it's not too much for us to ask for those ideas to at least be considered and implemented, and all other ideas and ways to cut be exhausted before you come back to us. I think we're just kind of tired of bailing everybody out. There's no one here to bail us out. And when we're done, when we have our budget, we have to make ends meet within that budget. And I think that's what we're trying to ask you guys to do, is to just be exhaustive and do all you can to do those things. One of my suggestions that I had given the mayor a few months ago, and he may have done this, he may not have, is come up with a list of priorities within departments. Have your essentials and your non-essentials. Because what I keep hearing is that, well, we're going to have to cut. The first thing I hear is police and firemen. Well, that doesn't make sense to me. That would be like saying if my husband gets his pay check cut, that we're going to decide the first thing we're going to do is not pay our mortgage, but we're still going to eat out and we're still going to, go to the movies. I mean, there has to be a list of essentials and non-essentials. And at that time, the mayor said, no, they didn't have those lists. And so I think getting our priorities straight and then going through, knowing that bad times are ahead, okay, where will we cut and what will we cut? And I guess just use some common sense and not go straight to the people. And I'm not assuming that you guys are going to do that tonight, but that's just my hope. So thank you for letting us speak tonight.
Thank you, Cindy. May I just say something? You said
sorry.
my favorite word, priorities. Thank you. Appreciate that.